So think about the most expensive corporate boardroom you have ever been in. We are talking like a $50,000 custom table, acoustic paneling everywhere, perfect lighting, and then a $10 HDMI cable stretched taut right across the floor that the CEO is definitely about to trip over.
Oh, yeah, we have, all seen that exact disaster waiting to happen.
Right. Well, welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are looking at the actual solution to that specific nightmare. We are decoding a spec sheet from HDTVSupply for the Hall Technologies 4K UHD in-wall transmitter, specifically the UK version, the HT-DSCV2-70-TX-UK.
Quite a mouthful.
It is, yeah. But our mission for you today is to reveal how this unassuming $385 wall plate essentially acts as the invisible brain, like completely eliminating all that modern conference room chaos.
It really is the ultimate stealth hardware. I mean,
Yeah.
you're dealing with environments where aesthetics are totally non-negotiable.
Yeah, no ugly cables allowed.
Exactly. But at the same time, the data demands, managing two HDMIs and one USB-C are incredibly heavy for a single room.
Okay, let's unpack this. We know standard HDMI fails at distance. It is essentially this multi-lane highway that physically just runs out of pavement the further the signal travels.
Right. Copper can only do so much on its own.
But this transmitter, it takes 4K video at 60 hertz plus audio and high-speed USB 2.0 and just shoves it all down a single Cat6A or Cat7 cable.
Which is wild.
It is. Wait, standard IT wisdom says don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? If I am pushing up to 18 gigabits per second of data through one single copper networking cable, aren't we risking massive bottlenecking there?
It really does sound like a recipe for a bottleneck, right? But what's fascinating here is how HD-based technology fundamentally changes the transit method itself.
How so? Like, what is it actually doing differently?
Well, it doesn't just jam raw HDMI signals down a twisted pair of wires. Instead, it acts a lot like a high-speed bullet train.
Okay, a bullet train.
Yeah, so it takes all that discrete cargo, the uncompressed video, the audio, the USB control data, and it packetizes it. Then it multiplexes everything into a single aerodynamic digital container.
So it is actively repackaging the data just to survive the physics of copper wire over those longer distances.
Precisely. And that specific modulation allows it to push that massive 18 gigabit per second bandwidth without any compression artifacts.
Oh, wow. No compression at all.
None. You get 40 meters of reach for full 4K video.
Yeah.
And if you drop down to 1080p, you get a massive 70 meters, which is nearly 230 feet.
That is huge.
Yeah. And all of that is just riding on standard infrastructure cable hiding right there in the walls.
Sending that much data securely is one thing, but here's where it gets really interesting. I mean, the hardware's real value lies in the automation, right?
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
The smart features are the real selling point.
Right, because it boasts built-in CEC and RS-232 control. But, a lot of devices claim smart switching, and they still leave you hunting for the remote to wake up the projector while everyone just awkwardly waits. Does this mean the actual end of that?
It really does, mostly by taking the human element out of the loop entirely. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it is all about hardware-level communication.
So not relying on software glitches.
Exactly. When you plug your laptop into that USB-C port, the transmitter detects the 5-volt hot plug detect signal.
Okay, so it knows the exact second you plug in.
Right. And it instantly leverages CEC, which actually uses a specific dedicated pin, pin 13, inside the HDMI standard to send a universal power on command directly to the display's motherboard.
Oh, so it is bypassing the display's operating system completely, just a raw physical command to wake up the screen.
Exactly that. And for commercial displays that, don't always play nice with CEC, it fires off discrete RS-232 serial commands. It is basically a hardwired handshake.
That is wild. And what happens when the meeting is over?
Well, once the signal drops when you unplug, a macro just triggers the shutdown sequence. Plus, added the fact that the USB pass-through natively supports soft codec apps like Zoom or Teams.
Oh, so your interactive whiteboards and room cameras function perfectly through that single hidden cable?
Flawlessly. No drivers, no remotes, no hunting for the power button at all.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener, who might be managing these high-stakes spaces? It means the ultimate goal of collaboration hardware is to essentially disappear.
Totally. The physical copper is still doing the heavy lifting in the background.
Yeah, but the user experience is entirely frictionless because the mechanics of getting the data from point A to point B have been completely abstracted away.
I always say the highest compliment you can give this gear is that the people using it have absolutely no idea it even exists.
Which leaves us with a rather provocative thought. As wired technology like this becomes so seamlessly integrated and flawlessly invisible within our walls, will our inevitable modern push toward purely wireless, cast-a-screen conferencing systems actually result in a less reliable experience?
That is a really valid question to ponder.
Right. I mean, if the physical pipes are perfectly hidden and guarantee zero compression, maybe cutting the cord entirely is actually a step backward. Keep those boardroom tables clean, everyone.